I'm having a harsh wake-up call in my business. So let's talk about this wake-up call. Yeah, it's been a long week, basically. The last couple of weeks I've had off from my part-time job I do up the local college cleaning, and it's given me a bit more time to sit down and think about my business and actually go over what my business is doing, where we are, how we're doing, these sorts of things. And as you guys might know if you've watched this channel for a little while, I'm in the tech and sports group, and they always bang on about track your numbers, and I never have, purely because I didn't think it was that important. I thought as long as the numbers are going up, who cares? But with this extra time, I thought, actually no, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to get myself a coffee, I'm going to learn about the spreadsheets they offer and how to track, and that's basically what I've been doing. Now, it took a little while because I had to go back and do the whole of August. When I say a while, it probably took 3 hours of focused work to do it, which can't complain. Sat there with a coffee for 3 hours in the warm, in the dry, not digging ditches, you know, first world problems, right? Stop complaining. But yeah, it did take a bit of brain power to do. It was well worth doing it, and it's given me a massive wake up call. So like I say, if you've watched this channel for a little while, you might know that I try and do a minimum of £10 profit. That usually turns out to be more of an average £10 profit, which isn't ideal. And I'm learning that now because I've gone through the numbers, I've worked out what we're spending every month on expenses, what we're spending on month on stock, all these sort of things, and where I want to be paying myself is slightly higher than where we are at the minute, and this money's just not there, right? Which is not profitable to where I want to be. We're paying our bills, paying ourselves enough to get by and pay our bills and save a little bit every month, and we're a little bit above water, but we're not where we want to be. I want to be more secure in my business than where I am now. As we know, with eBay, with reselling, it only takes one bad week, one bad month, and you know, you don't want to be this close to the margin, especially at the minute. We're lucky in the sense that, like, I have savings, I have a bit of a backup, I have emergency funds in my personal life where if it does go tits up, I've got enough there for a couple of 3 months to sort of get back to where I need to be. I'm lucky in that sense where we've been sensible and put a bit back, but yeah, it's been a bit worrying. Now, what am I going to do to rectify this? At the minute, I'm doing 15 items a day at £10 profit, selling around 12 items a day. But basically, what the spreadsheets have showed me is I'm spending too much on my stock. I'm making £10 profit, but I'm having to spend about £8 or £9 to make that £10, and the cash flow just isn't there. I'm not quite making the profit we need to. So what am I going to do? I'm going to challenge myself to do 10 at £10 profit and 5 at £15 profit. Sounds like a small step, but that will give me an extra £25 a day. Is that right? Fivers, £25 a day, which is nearly £1,000 a month profit. So if I can do that over a course of a month, just that little effort will it'll be about £800 a month, something like that, extra profit, just from no extra work, just sourcing a little bit extra better stock. Now, this is going to be slightly easier because we're coming into autumn, we're coming into jacket season, we're coming into jumper season, which have a higher sale price. I'm mainly clothing, so the reason I think this has happened to me is because a lot of my stock is just shorts and summery stuff and shirts, which has a slightly lower sale price because it's just shorts are worth less than trousers or jeans or jackets, obviously. Yeah, and you can ask a little bit more for a jacket than you can a pair of shorts. Is essentially what I'm getting at, which means moving into autumn, I'm going to be able to charge a little bit more for my items, which hopefully means that extra £5 margin will be there. That's the goal. To not do any more listings, I'm going to stick at 15 because I've been falling into the trap of just up the listings, the money will come, up the listings, the money will come, which is great. But every time you up the listings, your expenses go up as well because you've got to buy the stock in. So I'm going to stay at 15, definitely stay there till Christmas. I might well stay there till car boot season comes back around in March, April time, and just really try and I need to start taking this business a little bit more seriously and start doing a bit more work on research, on getting better stock in instead of just upping the listings. I don't mind sitting in a listing, so I've fallen for it, getting up to 15. Maybe I should have stayed at 10 and just focused on the profit margin, but I am going to now really focus on that profit margin, doing 10 a day at £10 because that's my bread and butter. I can get that easily enough, and then pushing myself to stretch out the boat and try and get 5 at £15 profit per day, which will get us to near where we need to be to feel more comfortable with our profit per month. But yeah, we've had a great sales weekend. Having said that, I'll pop up on screen my Vinted orders. I've had an absolute boatload. I can't tell you how many. I haven't counted them yet, but yeah, so many. Also, I would show you the spreadsheets, but that's literally all my numbers, so I'm not going to. But definitely track your numbers. It's well worth it. I was like, admin, I'm not doing it, but it is worth it to see where you're at, and you can plan off of it as well. So it's very good. Get yourself a spreadsheet. They're easy enough. I would actually recommend just joining the Tech and Sports group at £30 and then cancelling again if you want to, just to get the spreadsheet. It's probably worth it. Yeah, I would probably pay £30 for this spreadsheet. It is worth it, just to know your numbers. If you're not good with spreadsheets, yeah, it's worth it. Anyway, let's talk about this weekend. Great sales. Very happy. I got loads going out. 22 on eBay, I believe it was, and don't know how many on Vinted. I'll count and put them on screen if I haven't already. Vinted, eBay. Let me spin the camera around. I'll show you the eBay. So, like I say, I've started printing them. I'm really annoyed with myself. I did this last week as well, but 429 from 16 orders, and we got some down there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's that? 21 orders. I apologise. But yeah, very happy, doing great. So it shows like the sales are coming in. We are doing great. The sales are, you know, 15 listed, 12 out the door is pretty good going. Hopefully that will catch up as well when the store grows. Obviously we're growing the store by 3 a day, so hopefully as the store grows the sales will also grow. But yeah, very happy with our sales. Just need to get that profit margin up. Another thing I've started doing religiously is cross-listing my items straight away. As soon as I get my listings done for eBay, I get straight onto the cross-lister and cross-list them all across what I was doing before. Waiting a couple of days to get them cross-listed, which wasn't really working for us. It's inconsistent, which gave us inconsistent sales. And the problem with that is inconsistent sales on Vinted is a shame, because that's where most of the profit, the larger profit comes from, because the lack of fees and shipping. That's where we want our sales to be on Vinted, because the extra profit we get from no fees, no shipping. So yeah, that's something I started doing religiously now. Yes, hopefully that makes a change. I haven't been doing it long enough to notice a change yet, but other than this weekend, actually, there's been massive sales on Vinted, but I don't think that's just pot luck. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on how that's going. Also, very exciting stuff. I have figured out more car boots now. I did this last year. I always figure out my best car boot run right at the back end of the year. I figured out last year around, was it July's before August, no, late July, that I could do 3 on a Sunday if I got up early enough. And I found out I can do a really good one on a Saturday and a really good one on a Thursday. I've just got to travel for them, but I found it out way too late in the season. Frustrating, but it's exciting for next year, because next year I'll be able to smash them, hitting, what's that, 5 a week, maybe 6 a week if I can do the local Saturday one as well. That will be big for us to get some good stock in. Hopefully 6 a week, up from 3 a week. We should be winning. This year has been an interesting one for me. I haven't been car booting very regularly at all, to be honest. I've skipped about 3 months of the peak season because I've had a lot going on in personal life. So hopefully next year we can smash it out, we can get consistent, and we can grow this to where it needs to be. But yes, I'm very excited to go up to £15 profit on 5 items a day, and then 10 at £10 profit. Hopefully that should help us get further into the green. We're already doing great. I'm already very happy with where we are. I just want to get a bit further into the green so I can exhale a little bit easier. But yeah, we're pushing on, staying consistent, we're doing what needs to be done. Let's smash it, and I hope you guys smash it as well. Keep your eye on how the business is actually doing, not just how it feels, because how it feels is not how it's doing. Trust me, I learned it this week. See you on the next one. Bye bye.